Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea. Here you go. I'll be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area.
Whatever are you going on about?
Here you go. I'll be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area.
So wasteful of my realm's resources, boy.
Here. The underworld could always use a little extra renovating, right?
You think the Contractor is going to help you?
I like the sound of this. Work approved, and here's the fee, good contractor.
You are distracting me.
On my authority, I'd like it if you did this job for me. Is that all right?
What is it that you're on about?
Your asking price, good contractor. Well worth the fruits of your hard work, I'm sure.
That shall be of no help to you, I'm sure.
This one, contractor. Ought to make the underworld a better place, I think.
Of all the things, you think that takes priority?
All right. If this isn't a good expenditure of resources, then I don't know what is.
I shall review this work once the time permits.
Contractor, I would ask that you pursue this job. I'll be excited to see the result.
What are you prattling about now?
I like the sound of this one here, good contractor. Go make it happen.
Don't be silly.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
What is it do you think that shall achieve?
Let's go with this one, then. The fated list of minor prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that useless bit of parchment.
Here are the gems. The more I know about the boons I'm offered, the better off I'll be.
You won't be better off, believe you me.
Well, I don't see why not. If my father can be even more frustrating, that's something I have to see.
Oh, you are in for it now, boy.
Here's the commission. You've done so much for us, House Contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself?
If that mess of a table enhances the Contractor's productivity, then so be it.
I'm hereby authorizing this expenditure, and I look forward to seeing the result.
Would that your birthright gave you better sense.
Let's go with this assignment, Contractor. My father surely would approve.
You need not listen to him, Contractor.
Contractor, I would ask that you pursue this job. I'll be excited to see the result.
What is it that you're on about?
Let's make it happen. I'll have to keep an eye out for this next time out there.
You've no authority in my domain.
Approved. Wouldn't mind an extra helping of gemstones while I'm ransacking out there.
You wish to mine my realm for gemstones, be my guest.
Sign me up, Contractor. This ought to pay for itself in no time at all.
Counted on resources you have not yet earned.
Your asking price, good Contractor. Well worth the fruits of your hard work, I'm sure.
You are distracting me.
Work approved. I positively cannot wait to see what sorts of foul creatures I'll dredge up with this.
Cheap blessing from Poseidon on a stick and nothing more.
This ought to help Orpheus keep his boundless libraries of music in order. Just have to fill it in.
Oh my.
Our court musician need not be so indulged.
Let's go with this. Father always said if I wanted privilege access again, I'd have to earn it.
Do not touch anything again in the administrative chamber.
In the name of Hades, I commute our court musician sentencing effective now.
Oh, hello.
Ah, Orpheus.
In the name of Hades, I hereby release Orpheus from the terms of his pact.
What? Where did you unearth that blasted contract?
In the name of Hades, I hereby release Sisyphus from the terms of his pact.
You what? All this just for that wretched shade?
In the name of Hades, the shade of Achilles is hereby no longer barred from visiting Elysium.
Such leniency with binding pacts shall tarnish our good reputation at this rate.
House Contractor, with this gift of darkness, I decree the eldest sigil shall be restored.
You waste your time. The sigil shall never work for you.
How very thoughtful, child.
Contractor, I have another job. They say this one's the hottest style this side of Elysium.
Who are these self-appointed judges, I would like to know?
Well, I don't see why not. I rather like this style, so let's go ahead and make it official.
To trifles such as that, in times such as these.
Here's the fee. This style seems appropriately grim for the job, I think.
Are you quite finished with your decorating yet?
I think we'll go with this. Soon as I saw this lovely style, I knew I had to have it.
It would be lovely if you let me work in peace.
Here's the fee. This style reminds me of the surface. Good motivating factor.
You spend exorbitant resources on festoonery?
Approved. Have to admit, this style really suits me, right?
I'll have no part in paying for such things.
Let's go with this one, then. The style's a bit formal for my taste, but I can get used to it.
You wish to throw away your gemstones, fine by me.
Approved. I'd like to think Master Chaos would approve of this style.
Your resources to waste the way you please.
Work approved. How about a moody blue color of some sort for the drapery there?
A garish hue.
Approved. Perhaps a rich green hue for the drapery will feel a little homelier.
The prior hue was fine.
Contractor, work approved. Perhaps a rich green hue for the drapery will feel a little homelier.
Quit changing the blasted drapery.
Contractor, work approved. You know what? I changed my mind about the drapery.
Make up your mind.
Approved. This color ought to suit the hole back there.
The prior hue was fine.
Work approved. Back there, let's change the color theming up a little bit.
It was perfectly acceptable before.
Approved. This is the color suited for our hole back there.
Make up your mind.
Let's do it. A nice floral arrangement ought to lighten up the mood a little bit.
You are too kind.
You would associate my house with flowers, boy.
Let's go with this one, then. I'm sure nobody's going to mind some lovely flowers there.
It is appreciated, child.
That is no place for flowers. Clean that up.
Here's the commission. House Contractor, I have a new job for you. Let's go with this. These decorative laurels ought to give us an appreciable touch of dignity, no doubt.
You would squander your earnings on that.
How about this, Contractor? I swear, who would purchase laurels when they could earn them in sporting competition?
Only those with pure contempt for honest victory.
Let's do it. This seems a suitably fine resting pad for Cerberus.
The dog is perfectly content such as it is.
Contractor, I have another job. For Cerberus, only the greatest bed will do.
Don't you disturb the dog, you hear me, boy?
Here you go. This should instill a sense of fear in anyone approaching my bedchambers.
What you do with your wretched bedchambers is your business alone.
Let's go with this. I won't be needing these, but anyone emerging from the pool of sticks might like them, I suppose.
That's not of use to anyone.
Here's the fee. Cerberus was never keen on playing ball, but on the other hand, who doesn't like a ball?
What do you think the dog shall do with that?
Let's go with this one, then. Maybe this knitted effigy of some sort of surface creature will keep Cerberus occupied.
Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys.
Here's the commission. A bit more mood lighting in the main hall is certainly in order, isn't it?
The light of Ixion is bright enough.
Let's go with this. Perhaps my chambers will look even better with these blades ominously displayed on either side.
Those blades don't even work. No wonder you prefer them so.
Here's the fee. You know, I've always had a thing for double-bladed axes.
I've always had a thing for silence around here.
We're going to reconfigure that bit once again, Contractor.
Whose house do you think this is?
How about this, Contractor? Let's get some undead flower petals over there post-haste. Let's do it. These undead flower petals ought to add an extra touch of elegance, I think.
What are you doing to my central hall?
Let's go with this. The hall to father ought to look more sinister, I think.
A fair enough adjustment, I should say.
Here's the commission. If Hypnos is going to be sleeping on the job, he ought to do it in the lap of luxury.
Hypnos has an important job to do.
Work approved. An intricate mosaic just above my bedchambers should make having to go in feel less bad, I think.
No mosaic shall eliminate your shame, boy.
Contractor, work approved. Nothing like a mosaic depicting my archenemy in the Bull of Minos to spur me on.
Do give the champion of Elysium my best regards when next you're slain by him.
Contractor, work approved. Can't have too many undead flower petals around here. Let's do it. Let's set some decadent old tombs right smack in the middle of the hall back there.
The dead need not be coddled with such things.
Here you go. Anything to liven things up even the slightest bit around here.
Anything else?
How about this, Contractor? Anything to liven things up even the slightest bit around here.
Betrayed by my own contractor.
Here's the commission. Was thinking it'd be good to change those columns up a bit.
Those columns are for function, not for show.
Let's do it. I think those columns still could use some sprucing up.
The columns were just fine the way they were.
I think we'll go with this. I would like only the brightest burning, most ornate fireplace available, thanks.
There is sufficient warmth already in that hall.
Approved. This elegant countenance should look perfect above a roaring inferno in the hall back there.
The climate in this house is perfectly attuned as it is.
Let's do it. I think we can spruce up the centerpiece of the Great Hall just a bit.
This is my blasted hall rather than yours.
Well, I don't see why not. These ought to add a little sparkle each time I revive from the pool of sticks.
Such an ignoble way to step into this house needs no adornment.
Here's the commission. You look a bit uncomfortable, Father. Here, why don't you have a seat?
What? What happened to my... another of your foolish pranks.
How about this, Contractor? Always hoped we'd have a fountain here precisely in that location.
Indeed.
How about this, Contractor? Let us hereby have better seating, on which I shall never rest, you mark my words. I think we'll go with this. A fine hallway requires a fine rug, I always say. I say it sometimes.
Meddling with rugs again, are we?
How about this, Contractor? By my decree, this house is not a house without this rug.
Oh, leave the blasted rugs alone for once.
Contractor, I have another job. Oh, we absolutely need to get this rug. Right over there.
The poets doubtless shall be singing of your rug.
Let's go with this one, then. If there's a finer rug to set back there, I'll likely end up getting it as well.
What have you done to my floor surfaces?
Let's go with this one, then. I think those pedestals over there are just a bit too modest for my tastes.
I do suppose that gold suits those sufficiently.
Contractor, I have another job. If Achilles is going to stand around eternally, it might as well take place on something soft.
He's a shade, boy. What use has he for supple carpeting?
I think we'll go with this. If anybody needs to see their own reflection down the hall, well, now they can.
Leave that poor contractor alone.
Here's the commission. A hideous rendition of a grizzled skeleton seems suitable to core.
May it strike fear into these worthless shades.
Here's the commission. This thought-provoking piece seems like a decent conversation starter for the hall.
What is that utterly preposterous design?
I think we'll go with this. I'd like to see the depths of Tartarus adorn those walls back there.
Why don't you go see Tartarus firsthand?
Let's go with this one, then. This artful piece of terrifying asphodel should add some atmosphere.
What are you doing to my hall up there?
Here you go. A painting of the finest spot in all the underworld seems suitable to have in here.
Why settle for a painting when you could just go get yourself killed there now?
Let's go with this. Perhaps the mystery of whether it's day or night around here will finally be solved.
A sundial at last. Indeed.
I think we'll go with this. This piece has the power to embarrass several members of this house all in one swoop.
I much prefer the walls to remain bare.
Here you go. Oh gods, am I becoming hopelessly obsessed with Theseus?
You'll never be a match for such a champion.
Here's the fee. Every self-respecting house needs a portrait of a girl from Crete.
Another tastelessly constructed piece.
Here's the fee. A marble bust of some old man seems just the thing to liven this place up.
Exactly whose unwanted countenance is that?
Well, I don't see why not. Nyx deserves a place of honor around here. How about right over there on that wall?
Nick surely is unwanting of attention such as that.
Contractor, I have another job. It seems my princely duty to commission this fine portrait of myself.
I ought to have named you Narcissus instead.
Let's go with this one then. Wonder how they got Make to pose with the other two. They look downright civil.
You wish to see the Fury Sisters go to Tartarus?
Approved. Since this is Father's house, it's only fair the walls be slathered with his sour look.
You dare to thusly mock me, boy?
Approved. What is it about fountains that makes everything feel a little fancier?
Really?
What good shall that do all the way down there?
Work approved. Perhaps Death Incarnate would like to take a load off every now and then.
Appreciate that.
Thanatos would never sit down on a job.
Contractor, work approved. Should soften up that corridor down there.
Thanatos has no need for such embellishments.
Well, I don't see why not. Oh, I think Thanatos would love this one. Or totally ignore it.
What is this, Sag?
Thanatos is far too industrious to require such a thing.
Contractor, I have another job. Here, Thanatos, why don't you have yourself this little table?
This can't be.
What use has Death Incarnate for such things?
Work approved. Let's lighten up that southwest hall a bit.
What?
The prior dimness of that hall was entirely intentional.
Well, I don't see why not. I've not seen the famous Heracles about, and so let's have a marble effigy of him instead.
Daedalus ought to stick to chamber work.
Contractor, work approved. Whew, it's a big job having to sweep up after Cerberus sheds everywhere.
It wasn't your fault, Cerberus.
Approved. This ought to make the lounge a little more presentable, until Cerberus wrecks it again.
Finally, you cleared the mess you caused.
Contractor, I have another job. Should make the entryway into the lounge a bit more welcoming.
I welcome you to go about your business, boy.
Contractor, I have another job. Oh yes, more comfortable seating I shall never use.
I'd better not catch anybody sitting down on that.
Let's do it. Think this is going to be a better look for the lounge seating.
Green is perhaps last among the list of colors I would have selected.
Well, I don't see why not. I think the lounge will be better off with these tables here.
There were no complaints on record of the prior tables.
Here you go. Let's lighten things up a little around here. Let's go with this one then. The lounge's regulars might like this rug, I guess.
What have you done to my floor surfaces?
Here's the fee. This stately rug should match the lounge decor.
Are you quite finished alternating rugs?
Here's the commission. A serviceable rug for a serviceable lounge.
Oh, leave the blasted rugs alone for once.
Contractor, I have another job. This stately rug should match the lounge decor.
The poets doubtless shall be singing of your rug.
Let's go with this one then. I've had a change of heart about that rug, if you don't mind.
You could make better use of your limitless time.
Let's go with this. Cerberus won't touch these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine. Contractor, I have another job. A fine display of dead meat seems very much in theme, I have to say.
You ought to be displayed with all the rest.
Let's do it. It can't be eaten, as I understand, but it can be displayed for all to see.
I see you're cultivating quite the mess.
I think we'll go with this. All right, let's see what we've got. How about this, Contractor? Should make the climate in the lounge a bit more comfortable for some of us.
You wish for warmth? Go visit Assorted.
Contractor, work approved. There's not much on the menu in the lounge, but maybe this will help.
What is that even supposed to be?
Here you go. Who am I to stop the shades there in the lounge from cooking up whatever it is they're making?
What is that doing there?
Let's go with this one then. All right, House Contractor, go do your thing.
What are we supposed to do with that?
How about this, Contractor? One more embellishment for the old house.
I did not authorize such an expenditure.
Here's the fee. The head chef certainly is going to need a place to safely care for all the fish I've been hauling in.
Last that I checked, this was not Poseidon's domain.
Work approved. The comfort and the safety hazard of a roaring fire seems the perfect touch for our fine lounge, I say.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Contractor, work approved. At least somebody will enjoy it around here, even if it's just a painted skeleton.
Would that you were a painted skeleton yourself.
How about this, Contractor? These adorable little creatures forced to live in a cage ought to lighten the mood.
Oh, hey.
Those bats are for reconnaissance, not for your mood.
Here's the commission. Oh, maybe I can use this to avoid Father's withering gaze and unwanted feedback.
You think you can avoid me through there, boy?
Here's the fee. If some big light refracting orb won't fill the lounge with revelry, I don't know what will.
Blood and darkness, what have you done now?
Well, I don't see why not. Now, this is just the sort of outlandish purchase that makes me briefly feel slightly better about myself.
I pity those who have depended on our lounge for its formal, understated atmosphere.
Here's the commission. This one's for all the solitary shades hanging around forever in the lounge.
Now I suppose no work shall ever be complete.
Well, I don't see why not. Should make a nice enough addition to my chambers.
I don't recall approving that expense.
Contractor, work approved. If I'm to keep seeing my chamber walls, they might as well not be completely barren.
Why don't you clean your chambers rather than adorn them?
Well, I don't see why not. My mage lord Dionysus can inspire me to keep a bright and healthy attitude toward life.
Healthy attitude? From him?
How about this, Contractor? Hey, they're my bedchambers. I can have whatever wall scrolls I want.
If that is how you wish to spend your wealth.
Here's the fee. I don't know. Let's try a different rug.
Are you quite finished alternating rugs?
Approved. I have this crippling compulsion to commission objects I am never ever going to sit on.
None shall sit besides myself and Cerberus.
Contractor, work approved. Should help make my messy chambers even messier. Work approved. Always wanted my own entertainment table, and I can finally afford one, I suppose.
Keep entertaining yourself, boy.
How about this, Contractor? They say that only Heracles himself can lift these things. I'll take them then.
You think you have the necessary strength?
Let's go with this. think I've outgrown my other bed. Not that there's been a lot of time for sleep of late.
You do not need another blasted bed.
How about this, Contractor? At least we have a backup singer if we need one.